Hello guys, welcome everybody to Mando Monday. This is the series where you guys ask the questions and I, of course, answer them. This can be to do with anything related to Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, CSGO investing, or any current or future update related one. If that's Source 2, a sticker capsule, because that's all we seem to be getting from Valve this past year, or something we all hope to see very soon, that being some sort of operation or content added to CSGO, at least in 2023 anyway, we hope. Now if you guys have any questions regarding any of that, or something more miscellaneous, like Lego, Star Wars, something to do with me, or maybe something more niche in the CS community, investing or not, leave it down below of this comment section or any other one of my videos, ask Mando, and then ask your question. It's usually easiest and best for me to find it that way. As it goes for this week, there's some very juicy questions as per usual, and a quick PSA before we get into those that I really want to tell you guys. But before we do so, here's a quick word from today's video sponsor, Skins Monkey.
Today's video sponsor is, of course, Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is a place where you can buy or instantly trade your CSGO skins for some new flashy ones. It has a modern and easy to use layout with multiple different filters, and if needed, it has a 24/7 live chat support team. All you have to do is make sure you have your trade link, and on your first trade, if you have a leftover balance, it goes towards your current balance, which can be used when you end up trading skins. If there's a skin you really want and don't have enough for it, there's an option where you can top up your balance, and if you deposit with cash, you get a 35% deposit bonus, which is very nice. This holiday season, Skins Monkey is offering one of the best deals I've ever seen across any single trading website. They've prepared free gifts for everyone. Christmas has come early. Now, as soon as you go on, you can get one of three things. You can get a completely free CSGO skin of really any single value, a 45% deposit bonus, which is 10% more than normal, being a 35 usually, or of course a free balance on the site, which can be used to any item you want to trade for. The first gift is free, and others are unlocked through the trading website.
So happy holidays, happy new year, and Merry Christmas to everyone watching today's video. It's the very first Mando Monday of 2023, and I couldn't be more excited. Funnily enough, I actually watched back the very first Mando Monday, which was almost a year ago today, and it was absolutely horrendous compared to the quality we have now, the microphone quality, just everything in general, and this is to do with all my videos anyway. What an improvement we've made this past year, and not just the quality, but the editing, the production, the way I speak. It's just so much better, and I couldn't be more happy about it. I take everything I do here, especially on my YouTube channel for CS anyway, with a lot of pride, a lot of joy. I love what I do, and I've been trying to fill this void in the CS community for the past couple years, and I think I've been somewhat successful with it. You see, when I started the YouTube channel, one of my main priorities was to upload daily, because I love CSGO, have loved it for the past 10 years, yet there's limited to no content on a daily basis. At least that's like a 10-minute video. And I'd say I've done a pretty decent job at that. I live for making CS content and making the game a better place for all of us. And before we get to the questions, my only New Year's resolution for this year is to upload every Mando Monday on an actual Monday. Now, I know this one isn't, okay? I might start penalizing myself if I don't upload on a Monday, where I may have to give away a knife or something every week if I don't upload on the right day, because that will probably motivate me. Let me know what you guys think on that down below. Now, our very first question is from Monster, and he says, I've heard a very big update is coming early or late January 2023. And he says he heard it from a friend that worked at Valve. And then I replied to that saying I heard CSGO 2 is coming out tomorrow. And that was 2 days ago, and we still haven't seen CSGO 2. Now this is obviously a big troll and meme comment, but this is kind of going into a topic where the past year we've gotten the most rumors and leaks surrounding an upcoming operation, upcoming event, or big update such as Source 2 more than any other year in CSGO history. I think a lot of that was to be taken with a grain of salt, but I also think a lot of it was real, especially some of the leaks we saw from very good data miners like Aquarius, Gabe Follower, and a lot of other people that came in and out of the scene. For the most part, which is not what most people think, I think we're going into a gap year or some sort of year where we're not going to have a whole lot of content. I've talked about this before, but probably going back to 2018, early 2019, where there really isn't much. We're going to get sticker capsules, maybe a new case here and there, but that's really it. I don't really see anything happening. I don't really see anything being added either. With devs, specifically for the anti-cheat community and a bunch of other things for CSGO leaving Valve, you know, take that as you will. I have a bunch of videos on it, but it just doesn't look good. And I don't think they're really getting anywhere with what they want to get done inside CS, if that makes any sense. CSGO at the moment is kind of getting the TF2 treatment. They just don't care about it. I'm not sure why. It makes them a lot of money. But someone commented on my YouTube channel a few weeks ago, and it's really stuck with me, that Valve is more so of a software development team now rather than a game developer. They don't really care about games anymore. They just made the Steam Deck. They want to make other things as well. And that's what their main priority and focus is on. That's why they didn't continue Half-Life. That's why they didn't do Left 4 Dead. Really give TF2 the shot it did. And I think that's maybe the reason why they haven't cared about Counter-Strike this entire time. Because this isn't new, where they haven't cared about CS. This has been going on since 2014 for as long as I can remember. When the pistols were broken, they didn't care. Hitboxes were broken, they didn't care. Cheaters were broken, still are, they don't care. But let's hope I'm wrong with nothing happening this year. Our second question up here is from Reason Revived, and he says, people are hella exaggerating what Source 2 actually is. It looks the exact same. It's an engine upgrade. it's still Source, people act like it's Unreal Engine. And I couldn't agree more. In my most recent video, we talked about the new Source 2 rumors that appeared from Aquarius over there on Twitter. Most of it I think was straight memes, but some of it a lot of people were taking it with a large grain of salt, give or take, and spreading fake rumors around the community saying Source 2 is going to come out early January, which even if it does, it's not going to change much. That's the information I've tried to spread around the community this entire time. Source 2 is not going to be the Unreal Engine 25 upgrade everyone wants. It's going to be more so of a skin upgrade. And not even at the beginning. Source 2 is going to come with a whole lot of bugs. It's going to probably break the game. That's why you're most likely, from the leaks anyway, going to be able to launch it in Source 2 and the current build of CS, which most people are probably just going to launch it in the current build. More stable, makes more sense. It's not going to crash either. Source 2 is going to have somewhat of a performance upgrade, and certain skins that look 3D or new ones that people want to create in 3D that have certain lighting, like fire coming out the barrel of the gun, can actually happen. Because right now, everything that you see inside CSGO for skins is all lighting. It's nothing more. Something that looks 3D, well, guess what? It's all a drawing, which is pretty crazy, and it takes a lot more skill, I think, than people realize to do that. So with Source 2, it's pretty much just stretching the lifespan of CSGO. Now, our next question up here is more so of a sticker and investment question, and it's from Fluffy. And he says, did anyone notice Elige has two versions of the holo sticker for Rio? Why? So I couldn't believe this when he commented this. I was like, this doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. So I looked on the market, and it turns out to be right. I couldn't really figure it out or find out why. At first, I thought maybe it was because one of these stickers was maybe in one of those storage units, but that wouldn't make any sense. And even if that was the case, I checked another team, like FaZe Clan, for an example. I'll check Twists, right? He doesn't have two stickers, and neither does anyone else. I'm not sure why. Now, it says these prices are very different. So 970 is for 5 quantity for the first one, and 54 cents is for the second one with 52 quantity. They're very different. Let's click on the first one to see what's going on. So if you go click to buy these things, there's no active listings in the market for them, which is kind of odd. If you go to sell, well, you can sell them for around $11, which is a big difference. And it's like these things haven't sold either. They do sell, but the last one sold in October. The second one looks the exact same, but this one, it seems to be the real deal. You can actually buy this, and if you want to sell it, well, it's only 43 cents. This is kind of confusing and really unknown. If anyone has an answer to this, leave it down below. I couldn't really find any solutions to this on Reddit either, but I don't think it's something to really get too carried away with. Our next question, more so comment up here from Drake, and he says, Stockholm 2021 is the best sticker since Cato 14, no cap. I'm gonna have to agree with you on that, but sadly, a lot of people didn't see that at the time. And well, what I mean by that is after 2014, more and more people started getting into CSGO. I was one of the people to actually play CSGO when the 2014 stickers were on the shop, but sadly, I didn't have a big enough brain, or could see the future enough anyway, to predict the prices of Cato stickers, so I didn't buy any. I thought at the time, like every other 10 to 12-year-old, CSGO was going to be like any other AAA game, like Call of Duty, that was just going to come and go. It had microtransactions, so be it, the game was going to be dead in 2 years. Boy, oh boy, was I ever wrong about that. Same with millions of other people who were playing the game at the time. But anyway, from 2014 onwards, when I was playing CSGO, everyone consistently for years and years up until 2021 were asking for Cato-like stickers once again. We ended up getting them with Stockholm, and well, people didn't really buy them. They didn't really care much for them, and I think that was a few different reasons. The main one being everyone was burnt out on RMR, everyone was burnt out on investing. People thought investing was going to go down the drain because there just wasn't any more room for it. But even then, now there's still room for it. People at the time, I just don't really think were probably thinking that straight. Probably a little shocked to see these in the shop. Probably were also thinking this was going to be the new norm, where we started to get these in every single major, which we did in Antwerp. But you just should have taken advantage of it at the time. That's, well, what I did anyway. I built an entire inventory off of Copenhagen Flames, Virtus Pro, Pain Gaming, and some other teams as well. And I'm pretty happy with those investments nowadays because they're paying off pretty well. The big thing with these versus Antwerp, the entire time these have been out, the versus anyway, people have been comparing them about, is, well, they look the exact same. Yes, they do, but not really. Stockholm has a lot more exclusive stickers, the ones that we're not going to see anymore, at least going forward. It seems to be anyway. With exclusivity and lower investments makes them more rare, and with them looking so good for being so rare, that makes them desirable, which is obviously driving up the price, and I don't see that stopping anytime soon. Speaking of Stockholm and Antwerp, we have another question and more so comment up here from Stealthy, and he says, Antwerp autographs are better than Stockholm autographs. I'm actually gonna have to agree with you on that. And when I did talk about Antwerp in its own separate video recently, I talked about how these have the potential to carry Antwerp to maybe even be better than Stockholm, which most likely won't be the case. Will beat it by some prices, at least the top stickers on each side. So Antwerp autographs, you have the rocks right now, which has recently doubled up in price for whatever reason, most likely manipulation. This has gone from $20 to $40. You compare this to Stockholm's best sticker, that being the mouse hollow at $23. When these both become really rare or desirable, I think the rocks is going to take it, because we've already seen the rocks at $100 and the low quantity of some of these capsules, but I think there's a lot left. Stockholm just doesn't really have the options Antwerp does with some of these autographs, like Simple, like Modesty, Twist, Vinny, and all these other ones. They're very creative. They're very different. The Copenhagen Flames autographs are so nice. They're some of my favorites I've ever seen. And that's why I picked up some at the time and will continue to pick up some in the future as well and to craft with them. They just overall look better. Rarity or not, Antwerp's going to take this one easily. Our next question up here is regarding an operation, which I think is very important. It's from Adren, and he says, ask Mando, what are the best and worst investments to do before and after an operation release? So the best investments before an operation are honestly not to invest, but it's hard to kind of tell when that's going to happen. Especially right now in this current market. If you would have thought an operation is coming all year, well, you probably wouldn't have invested into anything, which has definitely hurt your portfolio considering everything has gone up. The worst investments to do before an upcoming operation, which, like I said, it's something you can't really predict, but would definitely just to buy into liquids, any sort of stickers that might relate to the next operation, and the skins market in general, right? Because if you have a really good operation where the skins and stickers are really good and you just invested into Riptide stickers and maybe some other operation skins from back in the day, those are most likely not going to fall in price, but they're going to halt. So those investments aren't really going to move because everyone's going to be focused on the new ones. And this is partially some of the reason why I think we have a break in between this and the next operation, is because there were so many getting added to the game. There was never a break for Valve and for us, the market, to catch up to older skins for those things to rise up in price, which now they are. So it's a pretty complicated answer, pretty much everything. And the reason it's so complicated isn't necessarily it's one specific item. It's more so the fact that timing. You just don't know when it's going to come, especially because it's Valve and Gaben himself. Our next question up here is from Zetron. He says, ask Mando, what do you think about the new series Andor? Definitely far more planned, mature, dark than every other Disney Star Wars series. So the past 3 Mando Mondays, I've gotten the same question. What are my thoughts on Andor? Did I like Andor? Previously, I said I didn't finish it. I now just finished Andor, which was hard for me to. I'm not going to lie. Not because it was a bad show, just because it didn't feel like Star Wars to me. I definitely like the fact that it was more planned, but also kind of makes me upset and a little more angry that the other ones weren't having as much care as planned for. I just don't understand why that was the case. It just shouldn't have been like that in the first place, but it just didn't feel like Star Wars. It felt like I was watching some sort of war movie in the future, or some sort of sci-fi war movie, right? If that makes any sense. I get that not everything has to do with Jedi and Sith and, the Empire and the Republic, the Rebellion, but it got a little boring here and there, Andor should have been a movie, like a prequel to Rogue One, not a TV series, because everything was stretched out so much. And that's what I just didn't like about it. And I'm glad it was kind of dark and it was gritty. I hope we see more Star Wars series going forward like this. Maybe that are more of my taste. But I didn't hate it. I'm going to give it that. It was different and unique. And, maybe on a second watch party in the next little while, I might change my mind even more. And one thing I'll tell you so far is every time I have watched it, my opinion's gotten better and better and better. So just give me time. But I'm really glad for everyone who's been wanting a show like this, and a more planned show by Disney for Star Wars anyway, they got that. Because as a Star Wars fan, I feel like everyone's going to need that pretty soon. You guys have gotten your dose. Now it's mine with the Ahsoka show, because I don't know how I feel about Mando Season 3, if I'm being honest. Now, our next question up here is from Mr. Troll, and he says, do you think Antwerp and Stockholm will go up immediately if the Paris major stickers are not transparent? Yes, 100%, to answer that very quickly. So just when Rio was not transparent, what happened immediately, and when the concept art started coming out, we saw people even just FOMO into Stockholm and Antwerp then when fan art came out. And when the real stickers came out, well, some of these stickers went 3x overnight and then slowly crashed. But I think it's going to be a little different this time around. With Rio coming out, people were on edge, including me, because we were going into a new stage of CSGO investing where if we were going to have transparent backgrounds again, it was going to ruin CSGO investing, at least for stickers, just how they did with souvenirs. And I think we're still in the boat where that could happen again. Which if that did, oh my gosh, I think it would just break a lot of people. But it'd make things interesting. For your question, I think it would push Stockholm and Antwerp to where they actually should be. And what I mean by that is Stockholm and Antwerp, in my personal opinion, should be a lot higher in price right now than they are currently. Stockholm stickers should be absurdly high. Antwerp stickers, especially some of those autographs, should be in the $200 to $300 range. That's just my opinion. Because of how good they look, it just doesn't make any sense. Like right now, Rio stickers. There's not really a whole lot of reason why someone would go pick up Rio stickers when you can go buy Antwerp specifically stickers for so much cheaper that look so much better, that are transparent, that most likely will rise a lot more than Rios ever will. But yeah, I think we'll see a rise immediately, and even over that course of the entire major being out, we'll see them rise even more. and just another major with people not being very happy with them. But I hope we see something different in the Paris major, right? I hope we see some lenticular hollows, lenticular stickers, or something just different in general, like a triangle shaped sticker or something, just not the same old stickers once again. Now, our last question for today's video is going to be talking about foil stickers, specifically the rarity and only Stockholms. This is a bit of a longer question, and I'm going to sum it up for you. These are the only borderless foils besides Cato 14, and even those are extremely rare, where those are only on souvenirs. You can't even get them regular, in a capsule anyway. So Stockholm is the only to have these, and are cheaper than their hollow counterpart, even though they are more rare. The question is, why aren't they very expensive? Will they go up in the future? And this guy feels like they are. So to pretty much sum it up for you, foils have never really been the most crazy thing inside CS. For some stickers, yes. For the most part, no. The reason is, especially for something like Stockholm, you really can't tell the difference between a $20 mouse sticker and a paper 5-cent mouse sticker. You just really can't here. Yeah, sure, rarity plays a fact, but it's kind of going back to the patch argument, right? It's a very niche market. There's not a whole lot of them. They are going to rise, but only for a certain individual audience. And this market is extremely different than the hollow market. That's why the prices are so much different. It's like people who collect Cato 14 souvenirs are a different breed than people who collect regular hollow stickers from Cato 14, you know? Even if they are more expensive but look 10 times worse. These will rise, obviously, especially because they're the only and most likely last transparent foil stickers we'll see for a very long time. It's just the crafting ability with these, especially for that price versus some of the hollows, I just don't see it there. The potential with the hollows is so much more. They look better. They're more appealing to most people, but they're also a lot more affordable, especially for some of these lower counterparts. That's just my opinion. That's just my feeling towards them. I don't really like them. Let me know what you guys think. That pretty much wraps up Mando Monday for this week and the very first one of 2023. Hope to see you guys next Monday. If you guys got any questions, leave them down below. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.